And this last game is the best game of the divisional round. The Bills versus Chiefs. They played in week 3. I don't know. They played in week 5 or week 6, one of those. The Bills beat the Chiefs 38-20. Chiefs are 2.5-point favorites in this game. Now, you guys are all riding with Mahomes?
No. I'm choosing the Bills. I said it last week. I'm going to say it again this week. The Bills are the hottest team in football right now. Both sides of the football. Defensively, I gave them a lot of pushback because their schedule was not the strongest. But they've shown me it does not matter who they play. Outside of their rush defense, which I do have my concerns about, their pass defense is still great, even with Trey White being out. If the Chiefs want to win this game, their pass defense needs to be what it usually is. But we've seen Mahomes have some struggles this season, more so than any other season in his career. Now, we know come playoff time, Mahomes is a different beast, and he's been a different beast throughout the entirety of his career thus far. But I'm looking at the Bills, and I'm looking at how they have changed their offense, and I don't see how they lose this game. I can't see how they lose this game. It's Mahomes. However, I still feel that confident in the Bills to win this game, given the fact that Josh Allen is arguably the best quarterback in the AFC.
League.
I'll give it to Rodgers. Rodgers was perfect this year, at least, outside of literally week 1. But other than that, he has been flawless. But I do think this season, Josh Allen proved that he was the best AFC quarterback this year at least. And the run game really has been phenomenal these last couple of weeks. They've really done a great job in incorporating Devin Singletary, and I've been adamant on the fact that they need a run game if they want to compete for a Super Bowl. If they got that run game, they were a perfect team in my eyes. Now they're starting to incorporate Devin Singletary, who absolutely did his thing this past weekend, against the Patriots, 16 for 81 and a touchdown. I'm looking at this Chiefs defense, who it's been good, but it's been bad. Bad to start the season, got really, really strong towards the middle of the year, kind of cooled down, but was still relatively solid. But we still saw the Bengals really torch them. And I still just look at the Bills right now and just think, how are they going to stop Stephon Diggs? Gabriel Davis has been a great option for Josh Allen. Emmanuel Sanders is in this mix now too, and you have to worry about him. Cole Beasley is a solid option that you just cannot not at least scheme for a little bit. I understand Stephon Diggs is that 1A without a doubt. Cole Beasley isn't a slouch by any means. And we can't forget about Dawson Knox, who led the league this year in touchdowns at the tight end position. There's no holes on this offense at all. Any holes that they had were gone once they started to incorporate Singletary into this mix. It's going to be a shootout. It's going to be the game of the weekend, without a doubt. It is going to be a high-scoring game. But I think the Bills right now are the hotter team, and the hotter teams win come playoff time. I'm going Bills 35-28.
Oh, you want me to go? We're switching it up. You've been going second the whole time. You just want to look me in the eyes?
That was part of it.
Oh, nice.
You can go.
Okay.
I'm going to save my answer.
All right, nice. Because I'm curious if we have different answers. But I do have a different answer than Drew, who's sitting across from me right now. I'll give the Bills their credit. They were spectacular against the Patriots. They've been really good all season. I mean, the fact that you're able to have a perfect game, 7 straight touchdowns against the Patriots and Bill Belichick nonetheless, that might never happen again. I doubt it's ever happened in Bill Belichick's history. And who knows, even NFL history. I don't know if that has happened. What Josh Allen did last week is, it might be something that'll never happen again. I mean, you have 21 completions and you have 308 yards. It's 21 yards per completion. He's just, whatever he wanted to do against that Patriots secondary and defense as a whole, he was able to do it. One thing that really impressed me, they only had 7 third downs the entire game. For reference, the Patriots had 14, the Bucs had 13, the Rams had 13, the Chiefs had 12. So they were just, it was complete and utter domination from this Bills offense. It was the best they've looked all season and the last couple of years, really, since Josh Allen has broken out. And given this is still a young Josh Allen, this is when Bill Belichick is supposed to be great against opposing quarterbacks, and the fact he's doing this is ridiculous. When we look the first 2 times they played, because you brought that up, it is hard to bring it up because of how different the Chiefs are now. Back then, not only was their defense bad, their offense was still in shambles. In that game, Josh Allen was fantastic. He had 315 yards and only 15 completions. He was 5 for 6 on throws, 20+ yards, 2 of them resulting in touchdowns. I think that was Dawson Knox, really his coming out party, at over 100 yards and a touchdown as well. The offensive line played great. Overall, the Bills were just spectacular in that game. And then Kansas City, as they did for the first about month and a half in the season, looked really bad. Mahomes struggled to move the ball down the field. Targeted Tyreek and Kelsey 23 times, only resulted in 120 total yards. So overall, the offense wasn't good, including the offensive line, who allowed 14 pressures, 8 of them coming from their right tackle, Louis Niang. Just a terrible game from Kansas City. But now we're not in week 4 or 5 anymore. We're in week, 20, I guess, technically now. And this isn't the same Kansas City team that played Buffalo in week 5. They were 2-3 after that game. Since then, they went 10-2. They averaged 33 points per game, number 1 in the NFL. They're allowing 19 points per game, top 10 in the NFL. I know Buffalo is right up there with them. Both teams are relatively healthy. Tyreek and L'Jarius Sneed both practicing full. Tyreek was doing like backflips in the Steelers game. I know he didn't have the best game, but he should be fine to go. Clyde didn't practice, which was interesting, but Andy Reid said not to really look too much into it. And the Bills really don't have many injuries to look on in their front two. So when I look at both of these teams, it's really hard to pick who has the edge in any position. Both their offense have been spectacular. Both their defense have been really good this year. But then who do I want to bet on? Do I want to bet on Mahomes and Andy Reid at home?
Basic.
Or do I want to bet on Josh Allen and McDermott on the road?
Cool.
And that's really just the one thing that comes down to. That Kansas City is going to have that home field advantage. Those little things on third down when it's going to be really loud for Buffalo and it's going to be quiet for Kansas City. Those key moments where they're just going to have that slight edge being at home. But it's going to be a good game. I got Kansas City winning 31-27.
Made a lot of interesting points right there. Josh Allen, 5 touchdown passes versus the Patriots, flawless game. Mahomes saw that and did it to the Steelers too.
Hell yeah.
And when Mahomes did that, it showed me one thing. It told me one thing about him. He's looking at Josh Allen. He's looking at him through his rear view mirror like he's driving a car.
This is such facts what he's about to say.
And he sees Josh Allen coming right here trying to merge onto his lane, trying to cut him off like a New York City driver. That's why Mahomes had that 5 touchdown game. Kind of like Fast and Furious, kind of like Vin Diesel, just cutting him off. But Josh Allen is ferocious. He's a Bill for life. Last year, when the Chiefs faced the Bills in the AFC Championship, I had just watched The Four Falls of Buffalo. Excellent E60 documentary on the Bills' 4 straight Super Bowl losses with Jim Kelly and that Bills roster that was built by Bill Polian. A soft spot emerged in my heart for the Buffalo Bills. Even though they are an AFC East rival, and maybe that came into your decision, even though I don't think you're that type of guy.
I am.
I said the Bills have just went through so much heartache. I'm picking them. I picked them last year. They lost. They were at home.
Got smoked.
Stephon Diggs watched from the sidelines as he watched the Chiefs celebrate and go on to the Super Bowl and then get embarrassed by the Bucs. The Chiefs' defense has been great. But over the past couple of weeks, they struggled mightily against the Bengals, struggled mightily against the Chargers, even struggled against the Drew Lock Broncos in Week 18. And they were trying that game as well. As good as the Chiefs' defense has been, the Bills have been better.
Has been.
First against the pass, 13th against the run. Trey White is not playing, yes. Levi Wallace, Teron Johnson, Dane Jackson have all been amazing. And having 2 all-pro caliber safeties in Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde really helps those guys out. Travis Kelce has not been the elite tight end he's been this year. He's been good.
Really good.
Yeah, but I think he's lost a step. I don't think he's that same guy we've seen over the past couple of years.
You said this about Mike Evans, and you were so blatantly wrong.
I would not say that.
The Buffalo Bills this season finished with the highest pressure rate in the NFL at 30.8% and a hurry rate at 15.4%. and they only blitzed 26% of the time. The Bills' offense is averaging 32.3 points per game in their last 6 games. Buffalo has ran for 164 yards in that span. Josh Allen on the run, 14 touchdowns to 1 interception, 11.8 air yards per attempt. The best quarterback on the run in the NFL. Mahomes has the resume over Josh Allen. Josh Allen is the better quarterback right now. There's no doubt about it.
I agree.
Josh Allen has a case to be the best player in the NFL. The only person I'd put above him at the quarterback position is Aaron Rodgers. Josh Allen is that special. He torched the Patriots defense, a great defense all season, even though they started to fall apart as the season progressed. Bill Belichick has never been embarrassed by that. No coach has ever been embarrassed like that because the Bills had the first perfect offensive game. All drives outside of the kneel down at the end, they scored on. Josh Allen is better than Patrick Mahomes. He outplayed him when they faced earlier this season, and he's going to outplay him again at Arrowhead Stadium because he's looking at Mahomes and he said, "You beat me in Buffalo." Stephon Diggs watching from the sidelines in disappointment, disgust. They're coming with vengeance. They're coming ready. They're coming for war. Josh Allen is going to win this for the Buffalo Bills. I picked the Buffalo Bills to make the Super Bowl earlier in the season, and that's exactly what they're going to do. And this right here, the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs, forget about all the divisional games this weekend. This is the Super Bowl. Whichever team wins this game is winning it all, and the Buffalo Bills are winning it all.
Beautifully said.
I'm with it, man. Listen, what else is there to say?
It was beautifully said. You're just gonna be wrong. So
it's
No.
No.
The Buffalo Bills will win.
I can't go against Mahomes in KC, bro.
It's so basic though. Like
It's
come
not.
on, bro.
These teams are neck and neck.
No thanks. Won't be caught dead rooting for that ketchup eating bastard.
Yeah, and you wonder why I want to root for Josh Allen, bro?
Because his fan base jumps through tables and they're kind of cool.
So white.
Josh Allen is my guy, and he's very similar to another guy wearing number 2 in New York. That's coming soon.
Josh Allen's different, man.
Josh Allen just got like 40 pounds on him in 3 inches.
Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL outside of Aaron Rodgers. Josh Allen is the best young quarterback in the NFL.
I'm with you.
Well,
There's no doubt about it.
Wait, you just said Mahomes earlier in the show.
No doubt about it. You did say Mahomes earlier in the show. Okay.
Wasn't me.
Because no doubt about it's crazy. Like, Mahomes is right there.
You know who Shaggy is?
Shaggy?
Yep.
Like
Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
No, like the musician.
Oh, I'm not
It
informed.
wasn't me.
No?
It wasn't me. Josh, I said it's an argument between Allen. I'd pick Allen right now.
Yeah, no.
If I said Mahomes, I apologize.
You did.
I was wrong.
Mahomes and Allen.
Josh Allen is the best young quarterback in the NFL. He's the best player in football right now, I think.
Better
You
than
put
Rodgers.
everything. That's the only thing I'm pushing back on, honestly. That's the only thing. But like,
I agree.
he has an argument too for that.
Yeah.
Josh Allen is and
Rodgers just makes no mistakes.
Josh Allen has played in bad weather all year long. He played in 0 degrees in Buffalo versus the Patriots.
Yeah.
Threw it like it was California.
I don't know. So does Mahomes. He plays in Kansas City. That's not good weather either.
Yep, but I think you couple in Kelsey losing a step.
I don't know
He
why
did
you're
not
saying
lose a
this,
step.
bro.
Again, you said the same thing about
look,
Evans,
look.
and you tweeted exactly what
No,
I said on the
Kelsey-
show.
Did you not see
Kelsey-
Kelsey against that Charger game when he had that game-winning touchdown?
Kelsey's
He looked
elite.
like he was in his prime.
Kelsey was elite. He's great now. He's not elite still.
He is elite.
He's elite, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. All right.
All right,
let's
look,
get
but
that done.
okay. Tyreek Hill though, drop problem. He does have a drop problem this season. That can cost him too. Mahomes, half of his interceptions this year have been receivers dropping the ball, so that can play a factor in it. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills, man.
It's gonna be a great game.